nothing you can do that can't be done. There's nothing you can say that can't be sung. There's nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. All you need is love, all together now. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love, love is all you need. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. It's easy. Nothing can make can be made. No one you can say can be saved. There's nothing you can do, but you can learn how to leave in time. It's easy. Here we go. All you need is love. Everybody now. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. Love is all you need.
Everybody give it up for Jeevan again. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to CSL Kauai. It's so exciting. Please turn your phones on silent, okay? If you don't, then Ryan is going to come over and put you in a headlock, okay? So please put your phone on silent. If it goes off, then we have a very strong policy. All right, I'm going to stick to the script. Goodness gracious. All right. Please make sure all cups have covers on them with the ones we provide, or bring your own covered container. Who has covers on their cups? Let me see them. Hey! Right? Ron really will bust you if you don't have a cover on your cup. We are trying to keep our carpets as clean as possible. All right, so thank you guys so much for putting covers on your cups. For the people that are in the class, The Power of Your Word, the book, Can We Talk to God, is here. This is the one. That is the other one. Of course, the other book is How to Use the Science of Mind. Okay, that's the other, the first book that we had here last week. It's only $11 back there at the bookstore. And of course, this one is in the back now. We've been waiting for it. This is $13. It's in the back. It's another book that we'll have to read. In fact, we have some passages that we have to read, so we need to get this ASAP. I'm so glad that it came in. CSL Kauai's annual membership meeting is today. Why would you watch the Super Bowl, okay? Why would you watch the Super Bowl, okay? The CSL Kauai's annual membership meeting is today, directly following the celebration service. We will celebrate the past year, and there's so much to celebrate, and share our intentions for 2020. Of course, the year of clear vision. All are invited. Please come one, come all. And there'll be water in the back, I guess. Friday, January 24th, and ongoing from 9 a.m. to 10 January. Okay, every single Friday. I'm sorry. This is what happened when I stick to the scripts. Every single Friday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Kundalini Yoga, the Yoga of Awareness with certified Kundalini Yoga teacher and spiritual practitioner Malia Reed. Malia, where you at today? Hey, everybody give it up for Malia. She's awesome. Yeah. Please make sure to leave your email as well on the sign-up sheet in the back, and also with a heavy heart, but with so much gratitude for what she means to CSL Kauai. There's a celebration of life for Karen Lieberman on Saturday, February 8th, 2020, at 11 a.m. See the flyer, information on the table for directions. And if you also need any other help with directions or anything else, then please ask Rev Rita. She's here, and she knows exactly where it is. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, our spiritual directors, Rev Rita and Rev Patrick.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you. Yay. Welcome, everyone, again. Welcome. It's good to see your faces.
Today's a big day for us. Having our annual meeting is always something that we look forward to and put a lot of work into before we do it. So our Board of Trustees puts a lot of work into it before we do it. So try to come if you can. It's really going to be important. What? What'd you say?
Niners. Isn't it the Niners? 49ers? Yeah.
Next year we will not do this, but I know that we're going to get you out of here probably within an hour if we can. So
nobody. I'm going to tell you, this island. Last time we've had several Super Bowls. Nobody has come up to me and said, "Please don't do it on Super Bowl." There's plenty of time. Nachos are waiting.
All right. Okay. Oh, with that being said, let's just get ready for our moment of peace, silence, and keeping in mind the events in the world and the things that might stress us out, Kobe Bryant and his family, all the different things that are very tragic and get us kind of disturbed sometimes and feeling maybe a little fearful or any of that. Let's just try our best right now to know that right where we are, peace is, and it's that peace consciousness that we hold that lifts this planet up. So let's hold that peace together right now as one by taking a deep, slow breath in and centering in our heart space and letting it out. And another breath in and letting it out. And feeling that deep gratitude for life itself that moves through us. And as we stay in this moment of silence, just breathing in and out of our heart space. And now our practitioner, Roseanne, will take us further into contemplation.
So if you would just settle into your seats, feet flat on the floor, knowing you are in a safe place. And take a couple of deep breaths. And remember to release everything that came before you got here and everything that is to come in the next few moments or hour. So stay in this moment, and we're going to go into a contemplative time, and I have a seed thought from Henry David Thoreau for you to take into your time if you choose. There is no remedy for love. but to love more. There is no remedy for love, but to love more. Enjoy your time. There is no remedy for love, but to love more. And what I know and believe and trust in is that there is only one pure divine essence in life. That is the power that started everything in the beginning, created everything, in this entire universe. It is the power that created our beautiful, dear earth and all of the creatures and critters and life on this earth. And it is the power that resides in me as me. This is the spirit of life. This is the spirit of creation. This is the spirit that's in me right now as I speak, and from the minute I was born, and from the minute that I make a transition. That is the power that powers me. And as it is in me, I know it is in each of person sitting here, each person listening to my word, each person on Kauai, beyond the oceans, far away or close by. This is the same power that drives everything in the universe. It is spirit. It is divine. It is peace. It is omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. And knowing this, that each of us can use this power for our good and for the good of humanity. And knowing this, I accept that this power is the power to heal. And its power comes from its love. Always thrusting forward is love. And that the power of love can heal anything that has come up to be healed. For there is no remedy for love but to love more. So, whether it is a physical ailment, an emotional ailment, a relationship issue, or whether it's in the world of form, prosperity, or lack of prosperity, all of these things can be healed and are healed by this divine power, this divine spirit that resides deep inside each of us. Amazing. So I stand here and declare that that healing has taken place. That the healing of the body has taken place. That the cells are all replenished and vitalized by this power as they go about their job to keep us moving and walking and talking and sharing. And that this power is healing relationships and is doing it right now and does it whenever it is called upon, and it does it through love. And this power is the power that pushes forward for creative expression in everything we do. And this divine spirit is in all aspects of life, including prosperity, financial, and others. And this is the power that heals divisions between peoples. In our neighborhoods, our island, in our country, and in our world. There is no remedy for love but to love more, and this is the power of this spirit. And I am so grateful for knowing this, knowing that as we accept that power, it works miracles. So I declare and that acceptance is happening right now as I speak. And with gratitude, I release my word into that divine law that always says yes. Yes to our innermost desires. As we affirm together. And so it is.
Mahalo. How y'all doing?
That was great, Roseanne. Thank you.
Yeah, as I was sitting there, Roseanne, and taking that in, I thought, wow, if we truly, 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 did I say truly enough, believed what was being said, fully and truly, a miracle is happening right here with all of that. So thank you for just allowing that
And
moment.
for those of you that are new today, I'm Rev Rita. This is Rev Patrick. That was Roseanne, one of our practitioners. And this is Jeevan over here on music. And accompanying him over there on the drums is Louise. Thank you.
There we go.
So you are in a center for spiritual living where we practice the science of mind and spirit. And we understand that there's something going on all the time. It's called the creative process. We understand that there is our thoughts, and we are free to think and feel and believe what we want to believe. We're free spirit. We have volition and choice. But as we think, our thoughts go into the law of our being. Creative medium, it doesn't have any sensors on anything. It just basically says yes to us. And then from there is our life outpictured as we see it. So what we do with spiritual mind treatment is we're able to, when we fall off thinking the things we want to think, or our life gets real tough, or we think we can't, spiritual mind treatment helps us to direct that creative process in our favor in the way that we want to go. That's the simplicity of our teaching. Is it simple to practice? It takes practice. But welcome today as we just lift our spirits and enjoy our time together. Yeah.
Right. Or as our founder of Science Mind, Ernest Holmes, would say, we make a riddle out of simplicity. And I absolutely agree with him. But I also know that there are some people here for the very first time, and I bet you're wondering how I know that. Because you should have some shells around your neck that will identify you as kind of clever, wouldn't you say? So let's everyone look around for some shells, see what's happening here. So who's here for the very first time and not afraid to raise their hand? There you go, there you go, there you go. Okay, so we know oh, there you. Oh, oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, she's never been in this building.
She is
That's
God,
all right.
but oh my God. Oh, that was like, woohoo. Yeah, it is like the first time. So we know something about you, definitely, and we would like to share that with everyone in the room, if you don't mind. It's not too much. And then you can do your choreographed dance at the end of the service. Okay, so are you ready? Let's let them know who they are. You are magnificent.
You are magnificent. You already knew that, right?
I bet you, yeah, you did, but guess how we knew that? Because we found that out about ourselves, which allowed us to see your magnificence, because we are mirrors for one another, are we not? So let's all say it together. I am magnificent. Ah. That's all there is, and so it is. But there is more, because you know me. So in the back where Rob is, oh, there's Charles too. Hey, Charles. And there's Jonathan over there. There's a camera staring at all of us, and that's because there are some people out there looking at us as we're in here, taking it all in, drinking their coffee, putting their feet up. They don't have any lids on their coffee. I don't. Oh, hold on. So we know that you're there too, and we know Heart of Bison. I haven't said hello to you for a while either, so today's the day. So let's all let them know who they are. You are magnificent. Now look to your left, to your right. I don't care where you look. Let somebody know. Let somebody know. I know that Bob knows. I know Bob's magnificent. You're magnificent. Jack is always magnificent.
You are magnificent. That's John's sister. Yes. All right, Patrick, I'm going to move this back. Help me. Just help me. All right.
All righty, so let's get up on our magnificent feet and have some music with Jeevan.
Jeevan, are you ready? Oh, he's not ready.
So, talk amongst yourself.
Talk amongst yourself.
Oh, you're magnificent. Keep going.
Okay, the words to this song are in your program.
And they're very easy,
It's a little bit tricky, tongue twister kind, but I know you can get it. We'll start out slow and then we'll speed it up, okay? Deep within my heart, I've got this everlasting light. It's shining like the sun, radiates on everyone. And the more that I give, the more I got to give. It's the way that I live, it's what I'm living for. Deep within my heart I've got this everlasting light. It's shining like the sun, radiates on everyone. And the more that I give, the more I got to give. It's the way that I live, it's what I'm living for. Deep within my heart I've got this everlasting light. It's shining like the sun, it radiates on everyone. And the more that I give, the more I got to give. It's the way that I live, it's what I'm living for.
And what I know about that right now, deep within my heart, is an everlasting light that shines so bright. And I know that light is within each and every one of us, in each and every part of creation. That light shines bright right here and right now because I say so. And so I know that right here and right now, as we go forward in this service, that what is happening is that light is getting brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. We are bright lights shining in a world and lifting the consciousness of this world just by being here together. I bless this time together. I bless this service. I bless everything that happens here, knowing it's good. It's good for each and every one of us. We get exactly what we require here. We give exactly what is ours to give, and we rejoice in that celebration of life and that deep, beautiful light that is within us. And so, knowing that is the truth, I just simply release my word. I let it go. I get out of the way, and I just say, and so it is.
Deep within my heart I've got this everlasting light. It's shining like the sun, radiates on everyone. And the more that I give, the more I got to give. It's the way that I live, it's what I'm living for. Deep within my heart I've got this everlasting light. It's shining like the sun, it radiates on everyone. And the more that I give, the more I got to give. It's the way that I live, it's what I'm living for.
Thank you, Luis. Thank you, Jeevan. That was great. That song was one of the songs we sang when we first started this center.
Indeed,
I remember
we did.
it. I remember it so well. Oh, my God. I'm very excited about today because this has been a really hard week. And I feel, and I don't know, you can just tell me if you feel this way or just keep it to yourself, but I think, and I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but I think that we're really being asked to let go and to surrender to something higher than what we're seeing. And I know our talk title today is Seeds of Love and planting seeds of love. But what else do we have to plant at this point? And what I found for myself this week and what I've been finding over the last couple of months is that this actual bombardment of things that I can't control has caused me to realize that the only place to go is to surrender. And the only place to go, and when I say surrender, I mean to surrender to the power within me and stay there no matter what, and let go of trying to fix things and trying to dictate what I think things should look like and be and all of that. So I really have gotten that strongly this week. And to realize, like Roseanne said in her treatment and the song, you know, about love and light and all of that, that it's not just words, that it is the new earth coming. It is the new earth coming. And if we want to get through everything that's happening in the world right now, we have to rely on that, on this new earth coming. And we have to be the ones to bring it forth. And so I was very touched by a blog that was written by one of my mentors, Dr. Jim Lockhart, this week. I don't know if anybody knows who he is, but he's a Science of Mind minister who's also an author and a teacher, and really overall great person who's been through a lot of trials in his own life. And he lives in Paris right now, actually. But anyway, he introduced me to a woman called Caitlin Johnstone. Is anybody familiar with this woman? She has a blog page, and it's she calls herself a rogue journalist. And what she says, and Dr. Jim had quoted this in his blog, she says, if there is to be any deviation from our species' self-destructive trajectory, the cause of that deviation will come completely out of left field. No one will expect it because it won't come from the direction that we have been conditioned through our experience to look at. Our unpatterning will necessarily come from a completely unpatterned direction. A collective movement in an unprecedented direction will necessarily have an unprecedented antecedent. But one thing you can do in order to help grease the wheels of drastic change is to prepare yourself and the world for a leap into the unknown. Prepare, that's the most important line for me. One thing you can do to grease the wheels of drastic change is to prepare yourself and the world for a leap into the unknown. We can't keep thinking we know what's going to happen. We can't keep trying to make it happen. We can't keep being afraid. We can't keep living in a negative feeling of doomsday. We can't keep struggling to stay conscious. We have to surrender, and we have to leap into the unknown and not be afraid of what's happening. Does this make sense? I'm really feeling it strongly. But the thing about it is that we have a power that we can use, and it is the power of love. It is the power of love. Our Ernest Holmes has said that love is a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. Have you ever tried planting love or pouring love on an experience in your life when that's all you have to rely on? Because it's the very essence of who we are. Our energy is a loving energy. It's the self-givingness of this creative force that runs through all creation and manifests as us. We call it the self-givingness of spirit. And it's wanting to express itself. That's love. And it's what's more loving than to have a power to use that just says yes to you? Right? So, but the thing is, we can't use it to change other people. We can only use it to change ourselves. And I really, truly believe that this is what I'm being asked to do, is to step more into myself. And I'm going to tell you, I get tugged away and drawn into the negativity. I get to feeling sometimes like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? What's the next thing that's going to happen? But I realize it's not doing me any good, and it's not doing the world any good. So I have to stay strong. I have to be able to live more fully, to be more creative. I was talking to one of my prayer partner that I meet with about once a month on the mainland, and she said, well, the way I'm dealing with all this is I'm just being more creative. She said, last year I did this year I'm working on this, and I'm just going to creatively do something creative, because the creativity is who I am, and it's going to help. It's going to help me, and it's going to lift the power, the energy of the world, because I'm going to be being creative. I'm creative in a really good, rich, positive way, whatever that is to you. So I thought, well, that's a really good thing. I think that's really good, taking time for creativity, for the thing that stirs your soul, that makes you feel passionate. That's the love inside you. So we have to have a new story. We have to come up with a new story. We can't just keep doing things the same way. We have to come up with that new story. I mean, no offense to the post office, but one of the reasons they have trouble now is because we've got the internet, we've got we've got Amazon Prime, we got all these things that, UPS, blah, 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 blah. And are they real, it's the ability to be able to shift and change with it. Does that make sense? And with it. Like, I had an experience this morning, and I immediately said, no, That's not what I want to feel. That's not what I want to think. I'm going to look at it this way. And all of a sudden, all these ideas opened up to me because I was not stuck on the what was happening. Instead of saying, where can I turn now? I can turn to my creativity. I can turn to my intuition. I can just let go of this and stop. I have another great quote by Caitlin. I'll read it in a minute. But we watched a movie on Friday night about Buddhism, Tibetan Buddhism. It was a really good film. If you weren't here, get it. It's called My Reincarnation. It's really good. Anyway, but I don't know a lot about Buddhism. I know some of our teaching comes from Buddhism. I have not extensively studied Buddhism, but what the teacher was saying was every time someone would come to him with a problem, he would say, you know, you need to make that less important. I'm paraphrasing, but you need to give it less importance. And I thought, wow, what if you could just give all of it less importance? All the things that you're facing, less importance, and just surrender to what is and be able to open up to the present moment, the sweet spot of the present moment, as Joe Dispenza calls it, and see what's available, because that's where the unlimited ideas are. That's where the unlimitedness is. But when we're holding on to the problem or making it so large and so important, we've stifled ourselves. So this is what Caitlin's advice was, Caitlin Johnstone's, because we have to do inner work. That's where it all is. She says, so what you can do on a personal level is to let go of your attachment to the known. Let go of your attachment to it. Sell off all stocks you've invested in your conditioned mental patterning and begin doing the hard inner work necessary to embrace the unknown and the unknowable. Begin surprising yourself and opening doors to allow life to surprise you. Wow. Can you imagine if we just allowed life to surprise us and wasn't terrified of it? Take chances on new and unpredictable situations instead of taking refuge in known and the familiar. I could use a little bit more of that. Taking chances on new and unpredictable situations. Give less and less interest. This was my favorite one. Give less and less interest and attention to your conditioned, looping mental narratives. Do we have them? Come on, guys. I have them. Give less and less interest, like the Buddha said, you know, less importance and attention to your conditioned, looping mental narratives, and more to the uncontrollable present moment in which literally anything can be born. Wow. When you find yourself going into one of those loops, and I'm sorry, I bet you there's not one person here doesn't do it, but you don't have to tell me. If you do, you're so enlightened and advanced, you can just leave. Now everybody gets up and leaves, and thank you, Steve. and I'm standing here. I'm the only one left. Okay. But I think it's important, because this is what it is. We have to train ourselves to think. This is what I believe. We have to train ourselves. It's not easy to think what we want to think and to feel what we want to feel when these things come up. We have to be able to train ourselves, and it does take practice. It takes practice. And that practice is individual to each and every one of us, but it takes practice to train yourself to feel what you want to feel and think what you want to think. What I do now, I stop when something happens, and I pause, and I breathe, and I'll usually do a spiritual mind treatment, or I'll say, what is going on within me right now that's causing all this fear, and what do I need to turn to instead? And it works, but it takes practice. It takes practice to feel what you want to feel and think what you want to think. So Dr. Lockhart quoted somebody else that I love this. He said, his name was Alvin Toffler. I didn't look him up, but he said, the illiterate of the 21st century, will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. Wow, right? That's our challenge. because we know that the old ways are not working anymore. And even though there's others that want to hold on to the old ways, we have to be the ones that don't hold on to them. And the only place it can start is within our own lives. We don't have the luxury anymore to be unkind, to gossip, to complain, to do any of these things that, you know, to loop in our minds of something that's obsessing us. We don't have the luxury. If we want to make it through this into the new earth, we got to be the ones. We got to be the ones to carry the new earth forward. I mean, it'll all go on, with us or without us. It'll go on. Like Ernest says, we'll just be somewhere else and doing something else, starting all over again, whatever. But I don't know about you. I'm in for the long haul. I want to be here for this. This is exciting to me because it's challenging us to be more. It's challenging us to be more creative, to be more loving, to be more. It's challenging us to evolve, right? So that's what I want to say. And just to close it all off, by doing this, we can be a light to others. I just know that. We can't fix others, but we can give others more hope and more, you know, clarity and more understanding by being the ones who are the light. So in order to do that, we need to lighten up. And he quoted Aldous Huxley saying, "It's dark because you're trying too hard." Lightly, child, lightly. Learn to do everything lightly. Yes, feel lightly even though you're feeling deeply. Just lightly. Let things happen and lightly cope with them. I was so preposterously serious in those days. Lightly, lightly. It's the best advice ever given me. So throw away your baggage and go forward. There are quicksands all around you, sucking at your feet, trying to suck you down into fear and self-pity and despair. That's why you must walk so lightly. Lightly, my darling. Let's walk lightly right now and hold on to the light within us. And so it is.
I wrote this song for my daughter, but it applies to everybody. So I invite you to close your eyes and go into your heart. Breathe in there, smile in there. Your smile, it warms me like the rays of the sun, and your soul is shining, love for everyone. We celebrate the beauty that you brought. We celebrate that love is who you are. Goddess of the ocean, daughter of the moon. You're dancing like a butterfly as you sing a happy tune. And your laughter fills the air, sweet music to my ears. And when I look into your eyes, my trouble disappear. And your smile, it warms me like the rays of the sun, and your soul is shining. Love for everyone. We celebrate the beauty that you've brought. We celebrate that love is who you are. As you walk a beauty way, may rainbow colors fill your day. No matter what you do or say, I'll stand beside you all the way. And your smile, it warms me like the rays of the sun. And your soul is shining, love for everyone. We celebrate the beauty that you've brought. We celebrate that love is who you are. We celebrate the beauty that you brought. We celebrate that love is who we are. Love is who we are. Love is who we are.
Wow. Love is who we are, Jeevan. Look at all you. There's a lot of love going on today. Can you feel it? Yeah. So, the question I have for all of you today is, what kind of seeds have you been planting in your garden this week? Don't be afraid. Some good seeds? Yeah, some love seeds? I like it. Because no matter what we want to think, we are always planting seeds in our garden. I heard Mr. Rogers, good old Mr. Rogers, he has a kind of a rap version or a techno version to the garden of your mind. And there's something very cool about, have you seen it? There's something cool about seeing Mr. Rogers going, the mind, you know, there's something about that. But I was thinking that this week because I have been planting a lot of seeds. And we think of that as we're going to actually dig up the garden and we're going to plant the seeds, but we're planting every moment. I'm planting them right now. As you are listening to me or not listening to me, you're planting seeds. And Sandra King says this: the tiny seed knew that in order to grow, it needed to be dropped in dirt, covered in darkness, struggle to reach the light. Has anybody ever been in that dirt? Has it? Yeah, don't be afraid. Because you know if you haven't been, then we have to kick you out, because Rita already said that. Because if you're all enlightened, then we have to let you go. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm kidding you. If you're the light, you're going to be lighting up this room, which all of you are in every moment. But think about that. And I was all great with this. I said the tiny seed knew that in order to grow, it needed to be dropped in dirt. Yeah, I get it. Covered in darkness. I get it because it's kind of dark in that dirt. And then I went, struggled to reach the light. And I went, there's that struggle word again that sometimes I feel we might be addicted to. The idea that we only can get out by struggle. And I don't think that's what this is saying. What that is saying is I'm immersed in whatever it is and I'm cultivating it with absolute love. And I'm growing from that. And as I open my eyes, I see a little glimmering of light. It's a wonderful metaphor. I don't think that we can ever get past the great metaphor of gardening and seeds. So this big question came up to me this week, and I was willing to answer it. Can you change the world? I thought, well, it's kind of a big thing to think about, change the world. And I was thinking of all the world events. And, you know, I trust NPR so that I can think I'm very intellectual and that I'm getting the right news. And so, you know, that's what I was told when I got to the island, NPR only. NPR only. So if you roll down your window and you've got something else on there, I know you Kong people. Then the music's fine, but it's like you get the right news, right, with NPR. Well, I was so depressed by the time I got done in the car the other day. I was sitting there, and I was hearing about our beautiful Kobe Bryant and his family. My heart just... But then it started getting into the viruses. It's entering the United States. I thought I was like in this incredible impeachment, hunger, taxes, mental illness everywhere. And the bell goes off. I'm going, run, run, take flight, take flight. I'm thinking, this is not good for my nervous system at all. So what did I do? I was a good scientist, religious scientist, and I started to treat. And it was really funny because actually, there was nothing funny about it, because I started to feel the collective fear. Oh, my God. That seems to be a popular word today. Oh, my God. I started to feel it inside my body. And I went, no. Not no, I don't see it. But I was thinking there's got to be a better way. I have got to have some way that I can drop some seeds of love. And it does come back home. You know, I'm going to come back always to self-love, because there's no way around it. We can't put that till later. We can't say, I'm going to put that on the back burner till I get this stuff taken care of, till we get to the election, till we get to this, till we get to that, till we find the cure, till we find this. We're just going to be frenzied. And I don't like being frenzied. First of all, if you've ever looked at yourself in the mirror when you're frenzied, it's scary. It is. It's like the other day I was walking by there thinking, oh, I wonder what's, you know, and I could feel the crinkling happening in my face. And I went by the mirror and I went, who the hell is that? Give me Patrick back now. Give me back. Oh, my gosh. I came up with a wonderful quote. I'm not quoting anybody but myself today. That's who I'm quoting. I said, is it too much, too big? What can I do? I said, the only way to guarantee a world filled with love, the only way is to plant seeds of love. We must begin planting now. Your future started yesterday, my friends. It started yesterday. So do we make a big difference in the little things that we do? You better believe we do. I'm going to share this and not share the name. But I was on the Kaua'i path, and I was running. And I hadn't seen this person in a long time. She doesn't come here. I don't know why, but she doesn't come here. And I was running, and she was on her bike, and I was running by, and I went, oh, hey, how's it going? And I continued to run. I got an email from this person. And it said this: your smiling face, energy, and light gave me the boost I needed. Thank you for being the light that you are. Now, that might sound like I'm bragging. But I am. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm saying, listen to this. I didn't do anything except go out for the run, and I was probably going, and most likely I was going, oh, my God, I'm getting back at this again. Then I saw her, and I probably went, hi. I'm good. How are you? But because, and she said, she said, there was a moment that I had that I was really contemplating something, and I needed an answer. I needed an answer. And that divine moment, that spark of whatever I was giving, change that for her. Wow. I didn't do anything except just show up. I didn't do anything except just be me. And that's what I think that's what I'm inviting us today, to realize that on a daily basis we are changing. We are changing the world and the ripple effect that it has. I'm not saying that you can't complain. Well, actually, I am. But you can, but guess what happens? You're just infusing that incredible poison that goes into our bodies. I was, the other day, I had an incident that I heard something that I didn't like because it didn't match my world the way I wanted it to. And I could feel my heart. I know, it's called the anxiety thing. I could feel myself giving a lot of importance to this. I could feel my heart. And I wanted to do the flight, get out, because I didn't want to feel whatever I was feeling. And I just sat there. I said, beat, 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 beat. I said, just stay there, man. Just stay there. Stay there. Stay there. And I'm thinking, I will die if I stay here. Because the anxiety was, you can feel it. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's right in your body. And it's right in the heart. Mine always comes right here because I have this huge heart. At least I like to think so. And it was starting to actually hurt, like I took a weight and was doing that I had no business lifting, and just doing this, and it started to become sore. And I said, wow, don't leave. Stay with it. And I could watch my body calming. I could watch the pause. And I said, oh, this idea of that I want to run away from it instead of stay with it. And guess what happened? I didn't die. But I'm going to tell you that's what it felt like I was going to do if I stayed in that process, that thought process. Wow. So it's this tiny little seed I'm talking about today that we have everything. Can you imagine? Think of the mustard seed, right? Right, that tiny little thing, it says, is one of the smallest seeds on earth, yet when planted, it grows and becomes the largest of all garden plants, with such big branches that birds can perch in its shade. Don't you want to be so big and wonderful that they can perch underneath you? Well, maybe not, but I'd rather have them perch underneath me than above me. But the seed, we're seeds, and we're growing, and it's seeds of love, and it matters. It all matters. Ernest Holmes says, in that inner sanctuary of your own nature, hidden perhaps from the objective gaze, nestles the seed of perfection. It's who you are. That's who I am. Wow. Can you feel that? Say it a lot, my friends. There's nothing to do except love. And we have to do it on a daily basis, moment to moment. And so what is gossiping, complaining? This isn't about let's shame spiral you today. What this is saying is this. How do you feel? That's a question I ask myself always when I'm in conversation. I caught myself storytelling the other day. Boy, you want to know what happened in November, December? Oof, haven't talked to you in a long time. Get ready. I have about an hour to go on this one, baby. You would not believe the struggles, the tribulations, the things I've had to go through. Wow. And I'm not done, because then in January, when I thought it was a new year, guess what happened? And then all of a sudden I'm thinking, storytelling used to be so much fun when I was unaware. It was so, I could tell them and people would be on the edge of their seats and stuff with my trials and tribulations. Now I bore myself. I'm like right in the middle of it, right? And then there's no getting back, because everybody's like, pain, suffering, struggle. Wow, tell me more. And then when you get done with that, and then when you get done, guess what they do? You think you got troubles. Oh, tell you who I am. I know, yeah, and then you go, oh, yeah, but you should see, and then they go, oh, no. I said, oh, I had a stomach ache. I had a hernia disc, and that was what, we had some really sad, deaths. Really? You think so? I've had 9 in my whole family just by itself. And so I caught myself at the end of it going, and I said to Rita, oh, that doesn't feel good anymore. Because I want, not that we don't have troubles, because we do, but I want to know how you got through them. I want to know how you, in the midst of despair, struggled to reach the light. I want to know that when you were covered with dirt, how did you allow yourself to be cultivated? I want to know that. And I want to be that person now that moves through his world and says that. That when you say, I've got trouble, you say, yeah. Can I sit with you? I got them too, but I'm not going to outdo you this time. Let's just sit. In sessions, it's beautiful. You sit there and someone's going through their story, and it's beautiful because you can just vibrate with them. Even though the Buddhists say we use the word vibration a tad bit too much. He says, you Westerners are always using vibrations. You're vibrating to this, you're vibrating to that. But I do believe we are all vibrating at the frequency of the divine. So Mark Reed, here's another connection that we have. I wrote this quote and put it on Facebook, that evil thing at Facebook, that was a joke, but you don't have to laugh at it because I like Facebook. But I wrote on there the quote, the only guarantee is the world to fill it with love is to plant seeds of love. We must begin planting now. The future started yesterday. And he wrote, thanks, Rev Patrick, because he's going to outdo me, of course. I got one. He said, if we want more love, we need to plant more seeds of love. Not fear, not separation, not competition, and especially not judgment. If we want a crop of love, we need to plant love. If we want a crop of love, we have to plant love. And it starts right here. I don't have time. We were saying that in the inner child workshop. I don't really have all that time because I'm busy fixing things. It takes one. No, it's going to actually take more than that. I love you, Patrick. Then you can go get busy fixing things. Take a moment to just stop and say, how can I contribute to this world? You know how? I love you, Patrick. Falling in love with me. It's the best Valentine's you'll ever have. Because everybody in the world will meet with you and they'll say, what is this about him? When they see me, they'll say, what is it about him? Besides that he's incredibly attractive, what else is happening with this man? That was supposed to be funny? Holy moly! Isn't it great? Laughter, man. It's right up there with crying. They're all, and your faces look beautiful doing it. But I am good looking. I don't care what. But besides that, there's an essence of love that we are naturally. I've never quite gotten a laugh on that line as much as, and I'm just watching all of you guys trying not to show your face. Like, I hope he doesn't really think that I don't think he's that good. Look at him. Oh, sidestepping. Okay, I want this to have a wonderful, sacred ending. Oh, no, I don't. Namaste. Oh, you crazy kids. Right. Oh, how y'all feeling? Yeah.
Wow.
I'm so relaxed. I got my coffee with the lid right here.
All right, so this is our time of giving and sharing our abundance with CSL Kauai, and we're grateful in advance for everything that comes through this center. We totally are living and breathing donations, and we are really succeeding in that area. It is a beautiful thing to see people give and give of their consciousness, their finances, their time. It's all one thing, and it's so precious. Thank you so much. And yeah, so let's sing. You ready? We have a song that
new
we went back to
gratitude
our old
song. Makes you
songs.
want to move. Don't be afraid.
This is one of Patrick's favorites.
Blessed am I.
You mean good looking,
Spirit
Patrick?
am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. Oh, this I am.
So as Sue stands here with the beautiful donations, let us read our affirmation. I have given freely and joyously from my abundance and fullness of my overflowing wealth. I know that my gift goes with love as it touches and blesses Center for Spiritual Living, Kauai, my life, and the world. And so it is. Thank you, Sue. Thank you.
Trying something new there.
Okay, I think we have some children.
We do.
And, well, we should mention George now.
Yeah. Go ahead.
We'll let them do their thing first. Come here on up. Look at this. I tell you, ever since we expanded upstairs and are out of our kitchen, we have a youth center now. Woo! And little ones coming up. Yay. And here is Miss Janice.
Yes, it is true. It's true what she says. We are, they're here, and they are so magnificent. Yes, and we had a lovely time today exploring our superpower of gratitude and different ways to practice. We went for a gratitude walk. We made thank you or gratitude cards for people, and a couple of the children want to deliver them right now, so I'll let them do that. If you had a card you wanted to deliver right now, you may. You want to go deliver? Yeah, they did awesome. And we did a whole 5-minute gratitude meditation. Yeah, I'm so thankful. I had Anna Leah and Shai with me, and so we could get outside and go for a walk and do a gratitude walk, too. We did a lot. Yeah, and are we talking about... George retired, and I just want to express my appreciation. Every creative genius needs an organized person by their side, and because of George, all the curriculum, we have a year's worth of curriculum all ran off and ready to go for whoever comes in. We have our books. He was really good about making sure we had all that put together before he retired. So we're going to miss him tremendously, and super thankful for everything. And somebody interested in taking that position, we were working together for at least 4 years. So please talk to me after service. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give them our blessing. Thank you. Thank you, George, who's not here. If you're watching, George, thanks. And more so. All right. You ready? You are amazing. You are perfect. You are magnificent. And we love you. Woo! There's nothing more rewarding than working with children, and our children really do need us now. So we are knowing that somebody is going to step up and help Miss Janice, and I thank the mentors over here, Shay and Analia, for being there with her. So yes, thank you. So as far as our practitioners today, we are not going to do that after service, but if you have something that's come up for you and you really need to see a practitioner right now, they will take you outside. If the practitioners that are serving will just stand up so they know who you are. But we're not going to do it up here because we want to get ready for our meeting. Otherwise, we'll be here forever. So there they are. If you need to seek one of them out, Rob back there, and have a spiritual mind treatment, they can take you outside or into a corner someplace.
and so how that also looks at the end, we're going to, the snacks are there, yeah?
Yeah. All right, let Pat, go ahead.
So how the meeting's going to work just before we close up here is that go ahead and take about 10 minutes of social, go to the restroom, do whatever you need to do, and then it's okay if you bring your coffee with lids to the seats, and then whatever snack you want to bring. That way we don't, I know that a lot of you are getting ready to get to those that 49er Chiefs game.
Yeah,
so
and,
I got to really work that for you.
Oh, and there'll be a sign-in table. We need to keep track of the members that are here that come to this meeting. So please sign in with the people at the table, with Charles.
Charles, there
and then all those who are coming as guests, sign in too so we know you were here, all right? It's important for our records.
Perfect.
All right.
Are you ready to close out?
Yeah, let's do it.
So let us have our...
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Go ahead and stand up. We'll have some closing music, new music.
Yeah, let's sing along with me. I got peace like a river, peace like a river. Got peace like a river in my soul. I got peace like a river, and it flows like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul. I got love like an ocean, love like an ocean, love like an ocean in my soul. I got love like an ocean, and it flows like an ocean. I got love like an ocean in my soul. I got joy like a fountain, joy like a fountain, joy like a fountain in my soul. I got joy like a fountain, and it flows like a fountain. I got joy like a fountain in my soul.
And what I have is I have gratitude in my heart right here and right now for this gathering, for this time of love, for this time of remembering. And so I know that Charles, wherever he's at in that sea of wonderfulness, we are so grateful for Charles for the many things he does and those announcements on or off script. We say yes to Charles. Roseanne, who led us in a wonderful, wonderful spiritual mind treatment today, we thank you. DJ, Sue, Buckley, and Melissa greeting you at the door with a smile and love in their heart. And that bookstore ran by Peggy Jerry, there she is, waving her hands. Can we talk to God? Yes, we can. So it's back there, and we have our beautiful, beautiful counters today of our abundance, and that's Sue Buckley and Walt Wise. Ron Stover back there with the team. I know it is. Wow, there's a whole sea of chairs back there by that food. So we just say thank you, thank you, thank you to Janice and Analia and Shay for all of the work they do with our kids, and to George, a super, super gratitude
Thank
for
you,
George, who has given so much to
4
us.
years.
And our beautiful music team today, Jeevan, who is just like love like an ocean, along with Luis over there. And we just say mahalo, mahalo, mahalo to Rev Rita for all that she is.
Mahalo to Rev Patrick.
Okay.
And his good looks.
The good-looking Rev Patrick. We give gratitude for that. So we let that be so, and I give gratitude for each and every one of you and everyone on that camera back there, and Rob and Jonathan, and I'm just filled with a gratitude like the ocean as we let it be so, as together we say, and so it is.
We got love like an ocean, love like an ocean, love like an ocean in my soul. We got love like an ocean, and it flows like an ocean. Got love like an ocean in my soul.
Woohoo! Good job. Thank you, everyone. See you in a little bit.